This one says determine the least squares regression line. So let me go to my calculator, the TI3, TI4. And eventually it'll come up. Okay. Excuse me. I'll do a second mode to exit out what I'm in. Second mode gets you out of anything. I'll press clear to clear the screen. Now we need to input our numbers. So I'm going to do stat, enter on edit. And I have numbers here. If I press delete, it'll delete whichever number is highlighted. There's quicker ways to clean out a list, but this is a safe way. And I left arrowed over, and I'm pressing delete on each one of these. Okay, now we want to put our x values in L1. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Now right arrow over. And then we want to put in our y values. So do 7, 10, 11, 15, and 19. Okay. Now I'm going to X out, so I do second mode. You only have to do this one time, so you don't have to do it each time, but I want to go into the catalog. So I do second 0, and then I'm going to do alpha, and then this x to negative 1 to get to the D. And then alpha, x to negative 1, and that'll very quickly go down to the D's. Or you can just simply keep pressing your down arrow until you find one you're looking for. What we're looking for in this is we're looking for diagnostic on. So once you get the little cursor next to diagnostic on, press enter twice. And now your calculator is set up for anything in chapter 4. Well, to get the linear regression line, I do stat, right arrow to calc, and you see the fourth one says linear regression. So press 4, and then press enter. Okay, now they want us to round it to 3 decimal places. So you see A is 2.405, and I were to plug it in, it'd be right before the X, which is this right here. And then B is the number at the end, which is negative 2.514, negative 2.514. And that's how you get the least squares regression line. It's called different things. It's called regression equation, but probably in there somewhere it'll either say regression equation or regression line. Let's see if it brings me up other parts. Okay, graph the least squares regression. Okay, so my x values looks like they go up to 9. This one looks like it goes up to 20 almost. This one looks like almost 20. So it's either going to be C or D. And what's that? 9, 19? Okay. 9, 8, 7, 1, 20, 19, 8, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. If I go straight over, doesn't look like it matches, which means it must be this one, in theory. Let's check. Okay, yeah. So what I did is I just looked at the plotted points. I didn't look at the actual regression equation. Now this one says compute the sum of the squared residuals for the regression line found in part A. And different ways you can do this. I'm going to do it in Excel. Okay, make that a little bit bigger there. Okay, so I put my x values here, I put my y values here, and I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And I got my y values. which are 7, 10, 11, 15, 19. Now this is going to be our y hat. That's that y with a little hat over it. That's actually how it's referred. And I'm going to do an equals 2.405 times x, which we put in A2. And that's right over here. You see it highlighted. Minus 2.514. And press enter. Now fill that down. So I click this and I put my cursor on the lower right hand corner, becomes a plus, and fill it down. Now do y minus y hat. So I do equals b2, that's y, minus c2, that's y hat, and press enter. And then fill that down. And then we want some of this. That's the residuals there. Some of the squared residuals. So we'll do y minus y hat squared. So I do equals d2 times d2. That's squared. And fill that down. Okay, now click down here and I'll click the sum and choose my check mark, and we get something. What do we want? 3 decimal places. 1.568. Assuming I typed in everything correct. 1.568. And then I'll check answer. Okay, now that's how you can find the sum of the squared residuals. If I come here, go to Math Heals. If I go to Math Lectures, I go to Elementary Statistics. And I come down here, all this is covered in these videos, but specifically what I want to point out, and I have no clue what section this is in, looks like 4.2. To find the sum of the squared residuals on a TA3, TA4, you can watch this video, and I'll show you how to do that. I did it in Excel just to make my life easier, but it can be done in the calculator also.